Crazy how yeah. Hold on, my mic kind of loud, ain't it? Yeah. We here again. Hey, I heard in the comments. I'm reading feedback on my comments because y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm reading feedback, and some of y'all say y'all want my camera to be bigger. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my camera's bigger now. It's time to get to reacting, baby. Got a couple videos lined up for y'all boys, man. Y'all see the top. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, papa. We got 4 videos for you. You feel what I'm saying? Why is my hand so ashy? Like, I never understand this. How does my hands just become ashy for out of nowhere? That doesn't make sense, does it? All right. Now, pretty sure everybody's at school. So, we're just going to get through reacting, man. All right, Mike is good. Video good?
Before we begin this video, I want to clarify that this isn't just a...
Okay, let me see. All right, some people be complaining about my camera being too... What the... Some people be claiming about my camera being too small, so here we go. My camera is a little bit more bigger now. Is it fine? Is it good? Is it Gucci? It's good. All right. So this video is called I'm Disappointed in Parlo. Who's Parlo? Is he a YouTuber?
Before I begin this video, I want to clarify that this isn't just a commentary video or some kind of news coverage. This is coming from someone who's been close friends with Parlo for nearly 3
you're close friends with everybody, Guango.
years, and after everything that surfaced a couple nights ago, I've made the decision to completely cut ties with him for good, and in this video I intend to explain why. Before I get into everything, please like this video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this whole situation, because I genuinely am wondering what people have to say about this, especially if you were a fan of Parlo's. I want to start off this video by explaining what happened and what led to all of this happening. On November 9th, 2 Google documents dropped, one from Parlo and one from someone known as Internet Adjacent or Wolfgang. Both went into disturbing detail about their relationship and what supposedly happened between...
Whoa, can y'all see that, or my camera too big? Let me know right now, bro. Oh my gosh, he said, do you still want to try what? I could, but he's stressing about it all. See, my camera's too small. Y'all can't, my camera's too big. Y'all can't even see it, bro. Hold on, bro. My camera too big. Or should I go to the bottom left? You know what I'm saying? My camera should be at that height. Now y'all can see what I'm
disturbing.
Look what he says right here. No, that's great. That's great.
Detail about their relationship and what supposedly happened between them in person. Originally, Parlo wanted me to make a video defending him to help, quote-unquote, tell his side. But after reading through everything myself, I just can't. What's in those documents completely changed how I see him. And
I think what I'm gonna do is, bro, last time I'm moving my camera. I'll move my camera over here. Cause y'all talking about some... bro, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna be good when I get a green screen.
After knowing him for almost 3 years, I couldn't be more disgusted with his decision to make all of this public. Before any of this blew up as it did, I started a major argument with Parlo about it. I told him to keep it private and to take down the documents immediately, because this would not end well for him. At that point, I didn't even realize how bad the document really was. I just knew that turning a situation this serious into public drama was the worst move he could have made, especially as it was a personal situation and a private situation. Instead of actually listening to me, he snapped at me, called me...
Dang. Oh, look what he called him. Nah, Parlo, you might be the one.
and said he was the biggest victim out of
Schlepp's Public's first name.
Everyone more than Schlepp, Ruben, or even me. That's when I realized he didn't care about accountability. He wanted control. Up until then, I'd still been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the arrogance and lack of empathy he showed in that argument told me everything I needed to know. And when that document fully came out and when I actually took a look at it, I understood why he was so defensive, because it wasn't just a statement. It was a 75-page dump of content where Parlo went into
every YouTube. Bro, why are they all failing to the same thing, gang?
Level details about his life. Reading that was disgusting, not just because of what he wrote, but because he knew exactly who his audience was. Mostly minors, and he still posted it anyways. That's when I knew that I couldn't defend him anymore. That's why I'm making this video. The first thing I want to talk about is the GoFundMe that Parlo made. The screenshots
He made a GoFundMe 560 pounds.
you're seeing on screen right now are from
They
Wolfgang's
actually-
document, and they show something completely unbelievable. Around late September, Parle launched a GoFundMe claiming he needed money for legal fees, food, and rent. He told me the same thing privately, which is why he asked me to promote it in my video about his disappearance. He said he was facing possible litigation and still dealing with this temporary arrest during the dupe situation, and I believed him. I'd been helping him behind the scenes for months, compiling evidence, organizing files, and doing work for free to save him legal costs. But just a week later, he used that same money to fund a trip to London, a trip that was explicitly in nature. Evidence shows Parle sent over $1,400 to Wolfgang, with
1,000?
$1,100 being for the plane ticket and the other $300 being for the passport and other fees. All this was happening while Parle was still collecting donations from fans who thought they were helping him pay rent or legal bills. When people started calling him out, Parle claimed that the GoFundMe money came in after the trip, as if that made it okay. But that's not how it works. Once you start asking people for donations, all your finances matter. You can't claim to be broke and begging for help while also blowing your own money on luxury trips and hookups. It's the same pool of money,
Hold on.
and how you prioritize it says everything. What makes this even worse is that he hadn't paid his editors in almost 5 months and was still asking friends like me to handle his work for free. Meanwhile, he bought a new gaming laptop worth around $2,100, or about 1,600 sterling as he said, and a brand new phone which is probably around $500 to $800. Normally, that wouldn't be a problem, but when you're begging strangers for money to stay afloat,
Then
that's
it's a
not a good
problem.
look.
Like,
I even
what?
offered to help him make money again by letting him upload on my channel while his was still locked. But instead of being responsible,
Letting him upload on your chat. Nah, you might be him, Guango. Guango, you might be him, bro. That's different. If you let someone else upload on your channel, all the revenue goes to them. Nah, that's different.
he spent thousands on technology in his trip. We even finished a few videos together that I've now completely canceled because there's no way I can in good faith feature him on my channel after all of this. And just to update, after a lot of arguing, Parle finally admitted that the GoFundMe situation was bad and supposedly planned to refund donors. But that doesn't change the fact that he only realized it after a massive argument and a public meltdown. He even started a fight on Twitter with Tanuki Alex, calling the whole situation nothing burger when she was completely right to call him out. Now, before getting into the rest of the document itself, I need to explain how I first heard about all of this, because what Parle told me back then and what I know now are two completely different stories. About a month ago, Parle messaged me privately claiming he'd been by Wolfgang that he'd been during their meetup. He told me Wolfgang had snuck into the shower with him, scrubbed his back.
What the fiery flames? Are you kidding me, bruh? Who is Wolfgang? Who is this? He snuck into the shower with you. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Are you serious? Nah, man, I think I didn't hear that correctly.
About a month ago, Parle messaged me privately claiming he'd been by Wolfgang that he'd been during their meetup. He told me Wolfgang had snuck into the shower with him, scrubbed his back.
I'm done. Yo, this is crazy. I apologize for banging my table, but come on, bruh. Are you serious, dude?
And that things got freaky without his consent. I didn't judge him for being gay or anything like that. I just took it at face value, and he made it sound like a serious. But after reading the actual DMs and screenshots Parle himself included in his document,
He said he's not all that right now. Can't lie. I was yesterday, though. Don't think I've walk you to the station, huh?
that version completely fell apart. The messages show Parle openly flirting.
Come in here. What? What? Hey, yo! Oh my gosh, nah, they cooked. What the flip? Y'all see this? Dude, oh my gosh, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is kind of crazy, bro. They be sending messages like this on Discord. Yo, Discord get crazy,
and initiating things long before the meetup, saying things like, "I do want my tucked, I cannot lie," and "I might be a little but you have to be delicate." These aren't messages from someone being they're from someone who's fully aware and willing.
Yes, bro, he's inviting, you feel me, Wolfgang to initiate. Am I tripping?
Parl's own writing describes Wolfgang entering the bathroom and the shower while he looked away uncomfortably, but nowhere does he say he told Wolfgang no. And later on Dicker's livestream, he even admitted that there was never any clear communication of him saying no. Looking at it now, it's obvious that this wasn't some one-sided. It was mutual, messy, and embarrassing, not criminal. Parl only started calling it afterwards, seemingly because it didn't go how he wanted or because Wolfgang wasn't what he expected. But what really pushed it over the edge was that both of them decided to make this private situation public. Parl's 75-page document goes into level detail, writing about and objects used during, even including censored photos of them. He literally talks about using a purple glitter toy he
La 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 la. A what? Yo, bro. Nah, bro. It gets to a point, bro. It gets to a point where it's like, come on, gang. Are y'all serious, dude? Wolfgang was extremely keen on doing. Hey! Yo, C4, fire grenade, tornado rap. Bro, nah, this is OC, bro.
Even including censored photos of them. He literally talks about using a purple glitter toy he nicknamed Cinderella.
Cinderella? Did the shoe fell off? Come on.
And describes in detail what he did with it, such as putting it in his note.
Which when I heard. What?
No square. He added captions about objects, all labeled as evidence. This document wasn't made for authorities, by the way. Parl made this in order to release it to the public. Within 48 hours, that document had 80,000 views from just one tweet. Parl even included a personal note like, "I don't think I've off in like 4 or 5 days," which is just insane to include in a document you're sharing with an audience of mostly minors. Just to be clear here, Wolfgang is not innocent, but Parl's choice to release something this personal to the public is beyond irresponsible. He labeled it as transparency, but it is not at all. It's self-exposing, degenerate, and completely disconnected from reality. This should have stayed private, never made public. Before I get to the argument that I had with Parl, there's something in his document that also seriously needs to be addressed because it shows how hypocritical he really is. On page 19, Parl brings up a situation involving YAHWEH, also known as Avalon, same person, just a different username, and he wrote that YAHWEH was probably known to have been 17 turning 18 on September 30th, 2025, and that Wolfgang—
and it states back to being minors. It always finds its way to people being minors. Every time, it doesn't fail.
Knew this. Parl even included his exact birthday, and claims that just 2 days after YAHWEH turned 18, Wolfgang started sending unsolicited and getting in DMs, supposedly making him feel pressured to respond.
Oh my God. You couldn't wait till he turned 18, my brother. About to throw up.
The part that makes this so bizarre is that Parl was right there. He admits it all happened in a small group chat that included him, Wolfgang, Avalon, and 3 other accounts he conveniently censored in the screenshots. So Parl knew exactly what was going on and could have spoken up or stepped in, but he didn't. He even admits that Wolfgang created another chat named Oktoberfest that was literally meant to plan a 3-way between them, and in that chat, Wolfgang sent furry art and photos of himself dressed as a femboy, even full, just 8 days after Avalon turned 18. So if Parl really thought that this was wrong, why didn't he say anything back?
Is it my skin is only like feel itchy like brother,
Back then, why didn't he leave, report it, or confront Wolfgang? Why wait to include it in a 75-page document like it suddenly mattered when it could be used to make him look better? He even tries to frame it as calling Wolfgang out, but all it really shows is that he sat there, watched everything happen, didn't intervene, didn't care, not until it became useful to him. Honestly, reading this section felt like watching a twisted back and forth between 2 people who did really horrible things, like Jeffrey Epstein versus Diddy.
Oh. Bro, what are we talking? Yo, bro, what is he talking about?
And forth between 2 people who did really horrible things, like Jeffrey Epstein versus Diddy. After seeing that, I confronted Parl privately, and I asked him why he hadn't said anything, why he thought making it public afterwards was somehow the right move, and that's when our argument started. Now about the argument I had with Parlo, I just wanted to understand what the hell he was thinking. From the very start, it was obvious that this whole thing should have stayed private. I couldn't wrap my head around why he thought it was a good idea to drop a document like that publicly, especially one filled with that type of information. I first found out about everything through Twitter when both his and Wolfgang's documents dropped. I happened to be on call with one of my editors planning another video for the next day, but once this blew up, we decided to go through it together. Parlo was in the group chat for my editor since he was supposed to help me out with my channel for a couple months while his own was locked due to the police taking his devices, and out of nowhere, he joined the call and told me he needed me to make a video defending him. At that point, I still thought it was just people lying about him, but as soon as I started reading, Parlo told me not to bother with Wolfgang's document and to just read mine. I told him straight up that, based off of Wolfgang's document, the GoFundMe part looked really bad because it actually made sense, and I didn't even know he had done something like that. Instead of explaining anything, he snapped at me, called me a moron, a little bit less friendly, it started with an R, and told me to shut up and to get to his part, meaning his
Little less friendly, started with a
document. Now, I ended up continuing to read Wolfgang's document, and Parlo ended up leaving the call because he was going to go speak on another streamer's live stream to give quote-unquote his side of the story. He ended up joining the call back later, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, once I actually got to Parlo's document, everything completely fell apart because it wasn't a defense, it was a 75-page graphic content that did not belong online. I told him exactly that when he joined the callback later, that it was disgusting, irresponsible, and would destroy his reputation. I also warned him that this kind of behavior doesn't just hurt him, it hurts everyone connected to him. I told him verbatim, dude, you understand this is going to start affecting everyone who's associated to you, right? Because that's exactly what's been happening. Even while talking in live streams about the situation, because there's been 2 or 3 streams about the situation, people were already trying to drag me into it, saying that I knew everything or had all the archives.
Bro, are you kidding me? Why does every video I watch, it's something to do with something that's inappropriate for YouTube or whatever, and for little kids watching it. But like, bro, they never own up to them doing wrong. Am I tripping? Take accountability, Parlo.
Which is complete. I found out the exact same way everyone else did. Now, at about an hour throughout reading this document, Parlo ended up joining the call back again because the first stream ended, and we told Parlo exactly how we felt, we being me and a video editor of mine who is going to testify to the details that I'm about to explain. Once Dial and I explained to Parlo what we thought about this document of his, Parlo completely lost it. He started calling us stupid, slow, and said that nobody would understand what he was going through. I told him straight up that nobody's going to take you seriously once this gets out. He kept spiraling, saying that he was the biggest victim, worse off than Ruben,
Wow.
Schlepp, or even me.
Dang, he bigger than victim than Schlepp.
And it was just a full-on meltdown. Dial, my editor, was there for it all. Parlo rage quit the call, and that's when it hit me. He'd completely lost control. Now on screen, you're going to see Dial's testimony as to what happened. If you have any questions, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer any questions. Now, later on that night, he went live again on another live stream on Dicker's live stream. This time, this live stream is still up. You guys can go check it out. And somehow, that live stream made everything worse. He doubled down, reading his entire document on stream, every detail, including the Cinderella part, like it
Bro, why is he reading everything like it's gonna help him, bro? It's gonna make it worse, and you look bad. I might trip.
was normal. Then, when people brought up the GoFundMe again, he fell apart because there's no way to justify using over $1,000 to fly someone out for gay. That was the breaking point. I knew I had to cut him off. After everything, the document, the live stream, the arguing, the gaslighting, I made my final decision and permanently cut Parlo off. I've known Parlo for almost 3 years, and he's not the same person from back then. Back then, he cared about his content and had some integrity. Now, he refuses to take accountability, lashes out at anyone who questions him, and burns every bridge he crosses. I've given him more chances than he ever deserved, even back in 2023 when he ran a massive slander campaign against me, spreading fake claims saying that I streamed illegal content, which has been proven false numerous times. I still forgave him. I thought he could change, but this was the final line. I offered him work, tried to help him get back on his feet, defended him when no one else would. And this is how he repaid that, by dragging me into one of the most disgusting and reckless situations I've ever seen. When he posts a 75-page document full of content and then attack the people who tried to help you, that's not poor judgment, that's self-destruction. I'm not saying this out of anger, I'm saying this because it's the truth. I cared about him as a friend, but what he's done is beyond repair. It's immature, irresponsible, and dangerous, especially when most of his fan base are minors. I just want to add on because I just had another conversation an hour after recording this video, and one of the things that Parlo said in that conversation was that he believes he is mentally incapable of making decisions for himself. And what this is showing me is that he needs to get away from the internet. He is
What the flip? Is this channel even still up?
not in a position where he's not supposed to have a platform. He needs to get off the internet completely and indefinitely. Before I end off the video, I do want to add another thing or two. If there will be any updates to this situation, I'm either going to be posting on community posts here, or I'll be saying something on Twitter. On screen right now is my brand new Twitter account. You guys can go follow it. It's going to be in the pinned comment. But thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for watching, man. Hope you enjoyed this reaction, man. Hope to see y'all in the next reaction. If y'all made it this far, make sure y'all comment. Chapstick in the comments, so I know y'all made it this far, bro. Comment chapsticks, bro. Comment it right now. See y'all boys in the next reaction. All right. Bro, what the, bro? Come on, bro. We got a banger from my boy Ruben Sim called Retro Slop. What? Bro, if this video is weird, bro, I'm gonna be mad, bro.
I feel like a retro player.
Bro, what? We just started. We just started, mate. What is this? What is this?
Back in 2012. 2020, that's when I joined.
Guys, am I retro? Look, I'm so silly. Forsaken, retro, gubby.
Look, that's silly gubby, and that's release the gubbies.
On my mama, get this retro slop out of here, bro. Dude, on my mama, get this retro slop away from me, bro. On my mama, go back to Forsaken.
Yo, what is a retro slop? Am I missing this? Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. You don't even know OG games. On my mama, retro slop is so bad.
Retro slop is where people try to go for like an old retro look.
On my mama, get this retro slop away from me, bro.
When you're going for like an old Roblox aesthetic, but you're using like super modern, frankly hideous accessories like the stupid hair, the sparkles, and the guppy thing, every time I see this, I just want to kick it. I want to throw it into one of these. So I asked my viewers to go out into the wild to find real retro slop avatars. So this is a pretty good example. So retro. I think this is the work at a pizza place character. Yeah, it's this guy. I'm already finding retro slop. The Gubby update. Tell me you get to put him in the oven. So they took this guy.
Do y'all wear retro slop? Do y'all wear retro slop pieces or clothing on avatars? Come on, bro. That stuff is old.
And he made it 1.0. He gave it anime hair and an anime face. I don't know why they always put bandages. Maybe he fell off his scooter. Maybe he tried to deliver 25 cups of ranch.
20. Yo, ranch is good, bro. Imagine, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Ranch, the best best place to get your ranch, bro. No. Whoa. Not Popeyes. Wingstop. Best place to get your ranch. I'm telling you, with those Korean barbecue and the fries are so good. Bro, nah, let me chill, bro, cause like this is not a mukbang.
Ruben Sim's house. Holy retro slop. Scroob dingus. They have like this language that they like to speak, where they're silly little goobers with their little gubbies and their little scoobies and their dinguses, their little ding dongs. Why do they always put like these anime faces on it? Why do they give bald characters like flesh hair? Again, the skin colored hair. Let me see what this guy's join date is. Roblox logo history. So they changed their logo in 2017. Joined 2020. Wow, my culture is not your costume. Take that shit off right now. Oh my god, look at this one. When did this guy join? 2024. Dude, you're so retro. Jesus Christ. Ugh, he's still wearing it. Joined in 2020. I love Gubby. I'm gonna snatch this off this guy's chest. Look, he even has the too silly hat.
Come on, bruh.
I haven't even posted my video and I'm already getting hate. Look at all of the...
What guy responds? Exposed a few
Quote tweets. Bro is so corny. Why is it always the corniest people saying this? I am a gay and trans goober. I'm just a silly little goober.
Forsaken.
So about half of these people are calling me hot, and the other half are calling me chopped. Half are calling me gay, and half are calling me homophobic. About 50% are calling me a retard, and the other 50 are calling me ableist.
So, Roblox YouTuber Tofu needs to be stopped. Who's Tofu?
Recently, there's been an extremely disturbing situation with the once extremely popular Roblox YouTuber named
Isn't this Jimmy? Wait, this Mr. Beast, right?
Tofu, who has over 4 million subscribers across both of his channels. His recent behavior
Wait,
has been
it's
extremely
not.
concerning, and it's clear that he's clearly not mentally stable, with him
Wait, that's not Mr. Beast.
even stating this. Tofu is seen reposting extremely inappropriate content on his Twitter, which is predominantly followed by minors. He was even seen pretending to be black, stating that he
What the freak am I watching, King? Yo, am I tripping?
was racist, stating that women are useless for society, threatening his own fans numerous times,
He said women are what?
stating that women are useless for society,
Dang.
threatening his own fans numerous times, threatening Creekcraft, and even suggesting that he would repost illegal content. And in
Oh. Yo, oh my gosh. What be going through these people's brain cells, these megamind megatrons? What is going on up here? They lost it. They're complete. They're good. They're good.
Fortunately, from what I see, this is barely even the start. Before we get into how bad this situation is, please make sure to like the video, subscribe.
Alright, bro.
Now, for context, for those who are unaware on how we got here, Tofu had initially stopped creating Roblox content and took a prolonged break from YouTube, making people wonder what happened to him. In actuality, it turned out he was burnt out with YouTube and was instead focusing on making extremely bad songs in
He said extremely bad songs. You didn't have to say that, Guamgo.
2022. It was later revealed that same year, on November 30th, by Russo Play's wife at the time, that she had been cheating on Russo with Tofu. This put Russo and his entire family through a massive emotional turmoil behind the scenes. Tofu eventually came forward with his own statement, admitting to the affair and apologizing for what happened. Following this incident, Tofu basically fell into obscurity and infamy, and despite him coming back to content creation in 2023, he completely fell off, with every video he created having not only AI thumbnails now, but being mostly unable to even hit 100,000 views. However, as of this past month, Tofu has returned to Twitter and has been experiencing very irrational and unstable behavior. And by irrational behavior, I mean the likes that we saw happening with 2Mad before he unfortunately ended up, well... Essentially, this all started when Tofu first uploaded a video on Twitter showing that he could not access his main Roblox account, which held a lot of value for him. He was also seen establishing that he could not get past the two-factor authentication and made consistent tweets spanning the next month, begging Roblox support to actually help him with this situation. The fact Tofu also showed that it was actually him behind this account in this video further proves that he was indeed not compromised or hacked like a lot of people were first saying. This is very much him going through a very public mental breakdown, not someone who hacked his account. After it became obvious that Roblox wasn't responding to Tofu at all, even after he complained about their terrible customer service and literally begged David Baszucki himself, Tofu started posting some genuinely concerning stuff. He tweeted about Roblox HQ blowing up and even posted—
Whoa, buddy, hey. Hey, Tofu, slow down on my Roblox. You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna Bad boy, Tofu. You're not doing nothing to my Roblox. No, you're not. You're not.
did a
Roblox, here I come. This guy's a goofball. He's a peanut.
Roblox Here I Come with a gif of a dropping. On the surface, yeah, you could probably call it dark jokes, but when you look at the context of how badly he's been spiraling ever since losing access to his accounts, including his very
Hey,
context of
everybody he loves what? Yo, nah, bro.
how
Nah.
badly he's been spiraling ever since losing access to his accounts, including his very valuable main account, it stops being funny and starts becoming really worrying. No 27-year-old should be making threats towards Roblox, joke or not, and the weirdly vague way he worded some of these posts just makes it even more questionable. In fact, it actually gets much worse than that. Tofu said Creekcraft should, and when a fan asked him to clarify if he was joking, he doubled down and clarified that he was
He said, "Who is Creekcraft? Bigger than you, buddy." Nah. He put you in C tier for how your Roblox avatar looked like. He must what? In Roblox, right?
just
I was
judging
judging
Creekcraft's
Creekcraft's
character.
character.
He also posted other gifts the lives of random Twitter influencers for no clear reason at all, and even suggested he wanted to play Mystery 2 in real life with his fans, then replied to a 15-year-old with a gift. This isn't normal behavior, it's just straight up weird and alarming. As Tofu continued to get more desperate, he started to publicly spiral more, being seen adding Russo plays on Twitter consistently, showing that his initial statement in 2022 apologizing for what he did
He
was
learned that
only for
from
damage
Russo.
control and he was never actually sorry. On Twitter recently, he was actually even seen rubbing more salt in the wound and mocking Russo for the cheating situation involving his wife, showing a complete lack of respect, which is absolutely disgusting. Tofu was also posting mocking gifs directly at Russo, adding him under random girls' tweets, and even bringing up Russo's wife, fully knowing what he did with her was wrong, yet still treating the whole thing like it's some joke. This is despite the fact that the situation had a huge mental toll on Russo. His own wife admitted how badly all of this hurt him, and Tofu is still out here acting like it's comedy material. It's
That's-
obvious Tofu
Nah, Tofu moving like, bro, he's uncanceled or something. God, like he can't get canceled.
doesn't take any of this seriously, and he's showing complete lack of respect towards Russo and zero awareness of how his actions, along with Russo's wife's actions, affected real people's lives. It got so bad that Russo literally had to block Tofu because he would not leave him alone. But if you think it isn't already bad enough, it actually gets even worse. Tofu made a tweet talking about his Twitter For You page was constantly showing him illicit images, but instead of reporting it or ignoring it like a normal person would, he begged his fans to like the tweet. He literally
What?
said that if it hit 100 likes, he would repost some of that content. He openly admitted he would show illegal material to his audience, which is mostly minors. That alone proves he cannot be trusted with the platform right now.
Wait, if the people that are watching his videos minors, how are minors on Twitter? Is it Twitter like, bro, is Twitter for everybody? I don't have it, so I wouldn't know. But is it like for everybody? Cause I couldn't get into it. Like, I generally don't know how to use that app, bro. So, bro, what?
Now, this is completely unpredictable and unacceptable behavior, and it's not something anyone should be joking about or even considering doing. On top of that, Tofu has already spent the past month directly interacting and retweeting models on Twitter, once again exposing his child-heavy audience to accounts and creators. It shows a blatant disregard for the responsibility he has and a total lack of awareness about how dangerous and inappropriate his actions are. Despite in 2022 when he claimed that he should have known better as a content creator and he shouldn't have misused his power, back when he was originally called out for betraying Russo plays by engaging with his wife, he has currently shown that he is willing to continue the self-destructive behavior instead of actually changing as a person. What makes everything even more concerning is that Tofu was openly flirting with Lil Tay's account, someone who markets herself as
Tofu. Yo, bro, isn't she like, well, it says it right there, freshly 18, the youngest. The youngest, right? Isn't he's like, what, 27? Come on, bro. Come on, gang. Come on, bro. Y'all don't see it, but let me show y'all, bro. I need to move my camera back over here. No, cat. Look, bro. She says freshly 18, the youngest. Come on,
as
bro.
freshly 18. It's already weird enough for a 27-year-old to be engaging with something like that who is nearly a decade younger, would quite literally just become an adult, but it's even worse when he's doing it on his main account that's kid-friendly and brand-orientated account. It's irresponsible on every level, and the situation becomes even more disturbing when you remember that Lil Tay is
not bad for... Wait, huh?
faced allegations of posting content on her platform that included images of herself from when she was still a minor. So for Tofu to be publicly interacting with that account in a flirtatious way just shows an even deeper lack of judgment and awareness. Tofu was then seen...
He said you. Look at the
Flirtatious.
comments. Me or $2 billion. He says you. What, bro? Bro, come on.
This way just shows an even deeper lack of judgment and awareness. Tofu was then seen continuing to post inappropriate tweets.
He said, I am. Bro, this is not funny, bro. Nah, there's something, bro. It's just clip farm. This is like max tier clip farming, by the way. Like, max tier.
And even stated claiming that he was black. And this wasn't just a one-time occurrence. There are several tweets of him
Bro, not a chance. He's not a flat out. What? Yo, gang, nah, bro. He posting whatever, gang.
claiming to be of a different race, which is extremely unusual. If this is Tofu's way of joking, it isn't funny, it's just sad and shows how deluded he actually is. In one instance, Tofu even stated, I blocked this funny guy on Instagram because he was black. I'm just kidding, but that would be amazingly funny. In other instances, he continues to make extremely weird and unusual tweets about black people, which literally makes no sense at all. If you wanted even more evidence that something's very clearly wrong with Tofu, he even made another tweet stating that he was being racist, but he doesn't think he is anymore. To make all this a million times worse, Tofu even went as far as saying that women are not useful to society and claimed he learned this from Russo Plays.
This might be the craziest video I ever watched. Nah, he's different.
That alone is an insane thing to say publicly, but it also shows how disconnected from reality he's becoming. Another worrying pattern is how often he keeps trying to sell half his channel for $100,000 while also begging fans to donate to his crypto wallet. In one situation, he even threatened his own audience over it. That's not normal behavior. That's literally someone having the biggest breakdown of their lives. All of these signs point to something major going on behind the scenes in his personal life. This behavior that he's undergoing, with the constant rambling tweets, the erratic behavior, and even him obsessing over Mr. Beast and making AI slob channels centered around him.
Wait, what is... Yo, this is not funny. Yo, why does... Look at his channel. Look at Beast's channel. It's a... Yo.
It's the exact kind of path that 2Mad went down before. Evidently, Tofu is very clearly mentally unstable, which is made worse by the possible substance. Because one look at Tofu currently in a video he uploaded with his own face, and he does not look healthy at all. If you compare him to what he looks like now compared to what he looked like back in the past, you can clearly tell that something is very wrong. When people reached out to Tofu privately to check in on his mental well-being and asked if something was wrong, even comparing his behavior to 2Mad's Spiral, he straight up said yes. He marked his reply with a Jimmy Donaldson, which is Mr. Beast's real name, almost like he was trying to brush it off. But the point still stands. He didn't deny the state he's in. In another reply to a girl he'd been messaging repeatedly, he even admitted that he has internal health issues affecting him right now, but refused to give any detail. At this point, it's obvious that Tofu needs to step away from the internet.
Yeah, buddy, you need to get that checked out. ASAP! Bro, there's a lot of these YouTubers out here that are putting on a fake. Not really fake, but they're going through like a lot of different things, and they decide to go to the internet. But they do it in a very different way, as y'all seen right here.
He's actively...
Please donate BTC to help Beast Travis Scott theme park.
Self-destructing, and every day he's making his reputation worse, exactly like 2Mad did before everything collapsed. He needs a close group of people around him who he can trust, who can actually help him, and who can convince him to get real mental support. Spamming unhinged tweets and acting more erratic isn't helping him. It's only accelerating the damage. Unfortunately, it seems like he's going to continue this behavior until something forces him to stop, whether that's a massive platform action or another crisis. And honestly, it's sad. This is someone who used to be a massive respected Roblox creator who inspired hundreds of thousands of people. Seeing him fall apart like this is really depressing. I really hope he can get help, recover, and maybe even come back one day. But right now, he cannot be trusted with the child audience. He's acting irresponsibly, unpredictably, and at times, dangerously. He needs a wake-up call before something even worse happens, either to himself or to others. If you
Nah, he's different. He needs to get help. I ain't gonna lie, if y'all made this for me, y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave down what y'all boys want to see next, man. It's Stain with another reaction, bro, coming at you, bro. Listen, reactions every day. I'll at least like 3 videos every day, okay? Cloudy in the comments right now. Comment Cloudy if you guys made it this far. Hope to see y'all in the next reaction. Peace out. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. Chat W reactions. Good little reactions, man. See y'all in the next video. We out of here. We go. We go. We go.